Our title today, you feel that men should be emotionally available in relationships. I don't know what is you're smoking. Whatever it is you're smoking, we need to sell it. But where is this coming from?
I don't know. How did we come up with this? Or was it me? I think I threw the word emotional in there.
Oh man, oh, fuck me.
A part of it is, first of all, I think there are too many, what like you call males. Y'all too emotional today. I was on a Twitter space earlier. It was ghetto. I helped ratchet it up, but whatever. But outside of that, we're talking about relationships. A healthy relationships, two people need to respect each other. And part of that is showing up and acknowledging one's emotions, right? Women, yes, we are more emotional than men, in fact, because of hormones, that's biology. However, men do need to be a little bit more emotional in a relationship because otherwise you will just come off too hard. And who wants hard all the time unless it is your penis being inserted into a vagina? But that we don't want hard all the time.
Emotional in what way though?
Like, okay, the physical part of it, cuddle. It could be PDA. Also,
perfection.
Yes. Also, acknowledging my feelings, or say to yourself, will this hurt her? Let me approach it a different way so that she won't seem like I'm coming off as an a-hole. Being less of a-hole, being considerate, that do require some emotion with that.
Acknowledging her. What does that mean to acknowledge your feelings? What does that mean? What does that look like?
Like if I come to my man and I said, listen, I feel blah, blah, blah. I'm feeling like this today. Or I feel that you blah, blah, blah.
He's going to say so.
And that's rude. You need to. That's the problem with that is that means you need to be more in tune with your emotions, with your gentler side, and say, well, what made you feel that way? Or why are you feeling that way? Have the conversation, transparency, communicate.
No, I don't.
A little bit more loving.
That loving is saying if you don't like it, there's the door. That's the emotions. That's the feelings. If you're not happy in the situation, there's the door. If you got a problem with what I'm saying, there's the door. If you don't like how things are going, there's the door. That's the emotion right there. That's beauty right there.
No, that's you being an inconsiderate prick.
How's it being an inconsiderate prick? If you don't like something, then go and find what you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's not about I don't like this, change it, because everyone is not going to be what you want it to be. Like everybody is not perfect. Everybody come with their own flaws. It's some things you just have to accept about an individual. But I'm talking about, if I say something to you like, listen, this really bothers me when you do this. Can you just not do it? And it's something that you could adjust.
Like what?
Why not do it?
Like what? Give me an example.
So this is my pet peeve. It's not even a pet peeve. I just find this rude. If I text you, text me back. Not in 4 hours, not in 10 hours, not in 4 days. So text me back in an appropriate time.
No,
right?
No, there is no, the appropriate time is when I have time to reach out to you, and you should be glad that at least I'm reaching out to you. Listen, you got other people to reach out to. You can be patient. It's coming around.
See, we're talking about, first of all, we're talking about relationship, but let's just say before you get into the relationship, right? The courting, the dating, the getting to know, it's called having consideration. So it's not about, well, let me fill up my time with this guy. It's not even about that, because whether we are dating or not, whether you are, a friend girl or a man that I'm getting to know, it is rude this is the thing with me. I will bring it to your attention and say, listen, I would say, well, why does it take you so long to reply back? Because when I text, you see the text. Just
If,
reply.
if I'm busy, I'm busy. I'll get back to you in due time.
Well, why don't you say that in the text and say, "Hey, I'm busy. I'll hit you back
no,
later." That's
then,
it.
then it'll be, well, if you have enough time to say I'm busy, then you have enough time to answer and reply. It's a
No,
door
no,
you
no. So
open.
that's the thing. So that's the thing. So speaking of the emotional, right? Being in tune.
Gosh.
Only thing you gotta say is, "I'll hit you up later. I'm in the middle of something, or I'm busy," right? And if she replies, "But if you got time to text me this, you got time," that's when you ignore. That's when she's violating you or stepping over the line because you were considerate enough to say, "I see you text me, can't get into it right now," or whatever the case may be, hit you up later or whatever.
So we have this question. All right, we already got it, but let's move to this one right here. One of your people. Do you want a man to share his emotions more or be more sensitive to your emotions, D?
That's a good question. I'm on both. I'm on both.
It's a very good question. But why? What?
I want you to be, first of all, I am a sensitive person. I'm a Libra. We are sensitive.
And man,
Oh, child, people think them water signs are sensitive. Libras, we are very sensitive. And I'm not like a punk sensitive, but yes, I want you to be sensitive to, first of all, I want you to be sensitive to my emotions, right? Second, yes, I want you to share some of your emotions. We don't got to be everything, right? Because you don't share everything with your woman. But yes, I do want you to share. It brings us closer.
That okay. All right. How many guys have you said this to and they've done it and then it turned you off? Like how many people you like, okay, I want you to share your feelings and they start, you don't even have to ask them. What about those guys that always share how much they care about you and they think about you and they miss you that you just discard?
I don't, because my history of men that I've dated, when they say that, we're probably in bed or some shit. Like it's an intimate setting, number one, and they don't say it a lot. That's probably the first time they say it, and then I feel so honored and I feel happy because it's like, oh my God, he's like opening up a little bit to me and expressing how he really feels about me instead of holding it all in. Because usually I'll be like, well, how do you feel about me? Do you even care? Whatever. But when he voluntarily says that, that's a gold star. That means that we're getting closer.
But if you're spending time with him, then that means that you are part of what he has going on. That's hey, listen, out of all the other women, he's spending it with you. That should make you feel special. Knowing that he could be with somebody else right now, but he's spending it with you.
Absolutely not. And Darius, I'm an October Libra, October the 7th. No, because see, you are insecure. Men like you, Steve, are insecure. And men like you that makes you look weak. Because I would, first of all, I don't compare myself to anybody, a woman or a man or anybody. So it's not about, oh my God, I should be so lucky that he even replied or that he even calls or that I'm even in his presence. So let me not, want anything, just want him in my life. No, because you're not God. We are all, you're valuable, but I'm valuable as well. So no, you're not, you are above me as far as being a leader in this relationship or what have you, but you are not.
You should be
in all and be all of everything.
Be happy you're getting a message, a phone call, or being in my presence. That's the thing that you should actually be happy about.
It's not about me being happy about it. It's the fact that we are getting to know each other. And if I realize, like, okay, you have a problem replying to texts.
No,
and that's an issue. And I have a pet peeve, or I just think that's rude, right? So we gonna have to meet somewhere in the middle. If you cannot speak, or if you cannot get into whatever I text you, whatever, just say I can't get into it, or just say I'll meet you later, or just say I'm busy.
Miss, what's your name?
I'm happy I'm in your presence, Dean.
All right, man. Gotta let you go. All right, whatever, man. We can't talk to you, man. Yeah, we gotta keep it a buck. So what I'm trying to get is that this is how things are. And if you text me and I'm busy, I'm gonna get to you when I get to you. And if you don't like that, then don't text me or find someone else to text until I come around. What's wrong with that?
Well, it's not about me finding someone else to text. Like, why do you always throw in the third person?
Well, because I'm giving you an option to if you want
the option is if this is the pattern that you feel as though that you could be rude and not reply to a text, then the option is leave or stay.
Right. There's the
So
door.
you always throw a third person. Like, nobody's not intimidated by a third person.
I'm just saying.
You are. You want to be that asshole. If you want to be that inconsiderate, right? If you want to be that hard and that cold-hearted, then just ignore someone when they're texting you.
Wait a second. Why does that make me a jerk to say, listen?
It makes you a jerk. It makes you an asshole. It makes you inconsiderate. When you say, well, I don't got to reply. I'll reply when I reply to you, and it could be 7 days. No. Obviously, you're not interested then.
So no, it's not that I'm not interested in you. It's just that maybe you're not the only way. Wait, you think that okay. So depending on the priority, I have other people to talk to before you. So you have got to wait.
You should be working. You should not. First of all, if you spend a lot of your time prioritizing who you reply back to a text, first of all, that's so immature and so low vibrational. And that must be no. Wait a minute. If that is the case, I'm like, okay, you got too much time on your hands and you're broke because you should be busy making money.
No,
that's one of the reasons why women stay around tolerating your BS. So if you can't reply to me because you got 4 or 5 other women that you got to reply to, like you can have that.
Well, wait, of course. It's just that where you at on the. What are you doing?
Oh my God, what are you, 12? Like, stop. Stop.
If my guys that are listening, my guys have 4 to 5 women, right? They have to figure out who's important, and it just goes like that.
Then so that means they're broke. That means you're broke because if somebody's just send you a random text, hey, how are you or whatever, right? And you look at it and you put it down, the alleged 4 other people, right? They're not texting you at the same time. So you're going to just not say, oh, I'm doing good or whatever. You're just going to wait and be like, well, I'm going to reply to her because I'm waiting on somebody else to text me who I really want to reply to. That's stupid. You should be making money. You should be when you say you're busy, if you're busy prioritizing who you're going to reply back, you're a dusty, period.